It is the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles on a Saturday afternoon in the Bronx. First pitch about 105 here on the Yes Network. The Yankees trying to come back after their loss last night to the Orioles 2-1. A wild pitch by Zach Britton, the difference in the ballgame. The Yankees continue their final homestand of the season with the second game of this three-game set versus the Orioles. 0-1 this far. Went 2-1 last night on their recent three-game road trip in Toronto after the series. They'll finish the season in Texas, which is a big series, of course, for the Yankees. The Rangers out of the postseason already, but the Yankees trying to carry their momentum into the playoffs. And you look at what this Yankee team has done. Aaron Judge, one home run away from taking sole possession of first place with the American League single season home run record. And, for the Yankees, that is such a big thing, especially for Aaron Judge. And talking about more of Aaron Judge, hit his 61st home run the other night in Toronto, trailing only Barry Bonds, who had 69 home runs in 2009 with San Francisco. Mark McGwire was 64 in 1998 and 61 in 1999 with St. Louis with Sammy Sosa. So, Yankees news yesterday. They fell short, of course, to the Orioles 2-1 in their series opener at the stadium last night. Domingo Germán, 5 innings and a third, 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Did not allow a home run, but started and took the loss despite allowing just 2 earned runs over that 5 and a third inning. Big story for the Yankees left fielder slash shortstop last night with after DJ LeMahieu exiting the game. Oswaldo Cabrera 2 for 4 with that home run. The only Yankee run last night. Aaron Judge 1 for 2, 2 walks and an intentional walk. Reached base 3 times once again in that game. So the Yankees really have had this game going, and Zach Britton, who we just got notice from, who was exited the game last night with left arm fatigue. So Ron Marinaccio came in the game. Britton, with 1 walk in that game, did not record an out. So now we go over to the Yankees pitching staff today with now Britton back on the 60-day IL. I'll definitely miss the rest of the season and most likely the postseason for the Yankees. But it's right now Nestor Cortez Jr. and Nasty Nestor, so called. He owns a 2.56 ERA in 25 and 27 starts this season, and his 2.56 is the fourth lowest ever ERA by a Yankee pitcher through their first 27 starts of a season in the divisional era, trailing only Ron Guidry, who in 1978 had a 1.77 ERA. Nestor Cortez 4-1 with a 2.31 in 62 and a third innings this year, 16 earned runs and 56 strikeouts over his last 11 starts, dating back all the way to July 14th. He is 2-0 with a 1.35 ERA, 26 and two-thirds innings pitched, allowing 4 earned runs and 39 strikeouts and 6 career appearances. 4 starts versus the Orioles as a starter versus Baltimore is a career 1-0 with a 0.78 ERA with 23 innings and 2 earned runs and 37 strikeouts. Has not allowed a run over 11 innings in 2 starts versus the Orioles this season. So the Yankees really relying on Nestor Cortez today after their loss last night 2-1 and trying to really bounce back after that. So the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu not in the starting lineup today for New York, and that's just Aaron Boone taking precaution for him. So the Wizard of Oz, meaning Oswaldo Cabrera, hit the game-tying solo home run last night in the 5th inning on Friday. Has 4 home runs in his last 11 games and 5 home runs in his last 16 games for the Yankees. He's reached base in 16 of his last 17, including each of his last 11 games. Is batting .328 for the Yankees. That's 20 for 61 with 16 runs scored, 5 doubles, 5 homers, 14 RBIs, 9 walks, and 3 stolen bases in his last 17 games. That's dating back to September 10th. Now, obviously, the Yankees, with the rookie and Cabrera, he's been a big part for this Yankee offense. And the defensive side, we've seen a lot of the plays coming from, of course, Oswaldo Cabrera, those plays at shortstop, plays at third base. It's really been a key for the Yanks as well. But you look at the eyes of the crown, and that is obviously Aaron Judge. Leads the AL in home runs, RBIs, and is batting .314. Only two Yankees have won the Triple Crown. We're going to let you guess who it is. It's Lou Gehrig and Mickey Mantle. Miguel Cabrera in 2012 is the only player to win the Triple Crown in the last 55 years since 1968. No major league player has ever hit 60 home runs and won the Triple Crown. So Aaron Judge with a chance to make a little more history today as well. Well, the Bronx Bombers, Yankee batters, lead the majors with 244 home runs this season. Only four other teams have reached the 200 home run mark. Their 244th home run are 4 home runs more than second place Atlanta with 237 home runs and 31 more than third place Milwaukee Brewers with 213. So the upcoming probable starters for tomorrow on the Yes Network for the Yankees, it'll be Luis Severino with a 6-3 and a 3.41 ERA against the righty. For the Orioles, Kyle Bradish, a 4-7 record with that 5.11 ERA. That game will first pitch about 1:30, 1:35. We'll start that ball game here in New York. So we'll take a break from the studio, the Yankees and the Orioles. First pitch coming at 1:05. We'll be right back. It is the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles on a Saturday afternoon in the Bronx. First pitch. Well, back here in the studio, we're going to talk a little bit about the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore, what a run they had going, a chance to make the postseason, but eliminated last night after Tampa Bay's 7-3 win at Houston and Seattle's 2-1 victory against Oakland after the walk-off win last night for Seattle. So, unfortunately, the Orioles eliminated from the postseason, but win. The Orioles have a current winning percentage of .516. And that is 195 points from last season's mark of 321. And the Yankees and the Mets, two New York teams that Mets obviously battling out with the Atlanta Braves right now, trying to take the NL East. But the Orioles, they had a very good run. And you know what? It's not much to say when you had one of those kind of runs. And, the young guns for this team, for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson was named Baseball America's Minor League Player of the Year on Wednesday. Now, here are the numbers. This might surprise you a little bit from this young kid. He slashed .297 batting average with 24 doubles, 7 triples, 19 home runs, 101 runs scored, 76 ribbies, 79 walks, and 22 stolen bases. And that's only in 112 games between Double-A Bowie and Triple-A Norfolk. The 101 runs scored were second most in the minors when he was promoted to the big leagues on August 31st. Henderson is the second O's player to win the award since it began in 1981, joining Matt Wieters from 2008. So around the yard for the Yankees and the Orioles. Now, you look at today's starting pitcher, Austin Wolf, the right-hander, 30 years of age for the 5-3, 4.19 ERA right-hander for today. Now, quick hits for the Orioles starter, scheduled to make his 17th start of the season for the first appearance. 7th on the road, 21 appearances, and first against New York in the American League. He was claimed off the waivers by the O's from Washington on June 7th, designated for assignment by the Nationals on the 31st of May. Holds a career 14-11 record with a career of 4.82 ERA across his 5 MLB seasons. Now, his last time out on the mound did not factor in the decision on September 25th versus Houston. Pitched 5 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits with a season-high tying 6 strikeouts. Has not allowed more than 3 runs in any appearance with the Orioles and holds a 2.59 ERA across his last 6 outings in 5 starts. Against the Yankees, he's scheduled to make his second career appearance against the Yankees. Tossed 2 scoreless innings of relief on May 9th, 2021, last season at New York in the American League with Washington, allowing 1 hit with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. So he has not pitched against the Yankees since last year, and that was in a Washington Nationals uniform, not in with the Orioles. On the road again for the Baltimore Orioles, reps a 2-2 record with a 4.06 ERA in 20 road appearances, 6 starts this season. And start your engines as a starter this year. Vogt has tossed 71 and 1/3 innings, allowing 24 runs, 22 of them earned on 64 hits, only 7 home runs with 19 walks and 64 strikeouts. Good for a 2.78 ERA. But he has gone 0-2 with a 2.70 ERA and 22 strikeouts in his last 5 starts. So more coming from the S Studios. We'll be right back as we get ready for first pitch at about 1:05 as the Yankees trying to take the second game of this 3-game set from the Bronx against the Orioles. We got the lineups coming at you next here on Yes. Well, back here on the Yes Network, we're going to take a look at the postseason picture before we get you to the starting lineups. Right now, the Yankees and the Astros will get the division, the ALDS start against either the Blue Jays or the Guardians, and the Mariners on the bottom of that. Now, when you look at the National League side, it's all decided really besides the Braves and the Mets. Obviously, Cardinals and Padres still up for decision as well, but it is the battle of the NL East. So the Yankees, we know, have looked ahead to the postseason. They'll have the first round bye and trying to get back into the ALCS after last year falling short in the wild card game. So trying to definitely bounce back to that. So now it's time for the Yankees and the Orioles starting lineups, and then we'll give you the pitching matchup as well. So we're going to start with the Orioles leading off at third base, the rookie Gunnar Henderson. Batting second at first base, Ryan Mountcastle. Batting third, the DH, Adley Rutschman. Batting fourth in right field, Austin Hayes. Batting fifth in left field, Ryan McKenna. Batting sixth, center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Batting seventh, shortstop, Jorge Mateo. Batting eighth, the second baseman, former Yankee, Rougned Odor. And batting ninth, another former Yankee, catching Robinson Chirinos. Now for the Yankees, it's going to start with the man who's trying to reach 62. That's Aaron Judge. He'll lead off in right field. Batting second at first base, Anthony Rizzo. Batting third, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Batting fifth, DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting sixth, Oswaldo Cabrera in left. Batting seventh, center fielder, Harrison Bader. And batting eighth, catching Kyle Higashioka. Batting ninth at shortstop, giving Isaiah Kiner-Falefa the day off, is another Yankee rookie, Oswald Peraza. So now the pitching matchup for the Yankees and the Orioles. Austin Voth, we told you, a 5-3 record with a 4.19 ERA. His first start against the Yankees since 2021. His first appearance since 2021 with the Nationals against the Yankees. He's got 87 strikeouts on the year. For the Yankee side, the big left-hander Nestor Cortes Jr., Nasty Nestor today on the hill for the Bombers. 11-4 record, 2.56 ERA, and 151 strikeouts. So more coming for the Yankees and the Orioles. Final thoughts from the studio when we come back. A little rain delay in New York, but we hope to get baseball out as soon as possible. We'll be back right after this for the final messages of the pregame.